welcome to the Video Marketing Mastery Preview. So, we are certainly living in a Blade Runner world. We've got AI videos and AI voices and AI influencers and deep fakes, and they're all around us, and we can hardly tell what's real anymore. So, the question I have for you: how are you going to stand out from the crowd in all this AI sameness that's going on? There's a sea of AI content out there. And as you'll see later in my presentation, you have to pump out tons and tons of content. And that's what everybody's doing with AI because it's so easy. And here's some stats that I grabbed off, the internet. But basically 90+% of the content that you see online, especially now in 2026, it's generated by AI. There's faceless YouTube channels that are being automatically edited, the videos, and generated. And there's just so much slop, they call it, AI slop out there. How are you, as a business owner, as a yoga instructor, or a dog walker, or a health coach, like, how are you going to stand out in this sea of sameness that we have going on? Well, I've got a solution for you, and that's what we're going to talk about today. If you're watching this on the replay, answer in the chat: have you watched a video today? And another follow-up question: have you ever bought something because of a video? Well, the proof is all around us. The stats are that 85% of businesses say that video has directly boosted their sales. Let me know, have you ever bought anything because of a video? Most likely you have, because you watched a review on YouTube, or maybe you're on Amazon and you saw a video, or maybe you saw some UGC content, user-generated content. So you can't even believe it anymore because it's all AI generated. So video is not an option. That's clear. It's not an option. If you are doing video, you may be doing it wrong. Most people are doing video wrong. And that's what I'm going to clear up for you today, is how to do it right. So, warning that I'm going to share some things with you today that will change the way you think and see the world in reference to marketing your business with video. Just by watching this presentation, you will be far ahead of your competition, and you will have this knowledge for life. You are operating in your business now from what you currently know. Anyone can use this information that I'm teaching here today, and you don't need to buy anything from me. I'm going to give it all away for free. But at the end of this presentation, I'm going to make a special offer. So you got to stay till the very end, and I'll make you a special offer. But you don't need to buy anything. You can take everything that I'm teaching here today and do what you will with it. It's my gift to you. So I've invested well over $300,000 in my career as a photographer, as a videographer, as an editor, to assemble all the knowledge that I have. And like I said, I'm giving it away at no cost. And today I'm going to share some information that you may not know, and it will change your life forever. Like I said, I will make you an offer today. I believe in transparency and authenticity. As you will see, my whole presentation today is about being authentic and transparent. And what I'm teaching you today for free is easily worth $997. But the offer that I will make today is also easily worth $97 a month. But today, you're going to get a special founder's discount of only $47 a month. And you can cancel at any time. So I'm being totally transparent and authentic right up front. So you don't need to worry about how much is this going to cost me, Wayne. There it is. You already know. So now we can focus on the content. We don't have to worry about the price anymore. So right now, you are creating videos, or not, based on your current skill level and what you currently know. And let me ask you a question. Do you see value in improving? Do you see value in improving your skill level and effectiveness with video for marketing your business? If you do, put a yes in the chat. So what I'm going to share with you today is like a superpower. It's like strapping on a cape and becoming Superman or Superwoman. And no one's talking about this. Trust me, no one's talking about this because I've listened to all the gurus and no one's talking about it. So here's a diagram you may not seen before. This circle represents all possible knowledge in the world. And the little green slice there is what you currently know. The purple slice is what you don't know. So, for example, you know how to drive a car, and you don't know how to fly a plane or a helicopter. I certainly don't. And then the yellow area is what you don't know. And we're going to delve into some of that today. So, what everyone's talking about, all the big gurus, they're talking about AI clones and mind control. And I've listened to them, so I know. So, I went to the Tony Robbins AI Summit back in November. It's a 3-day or 5-day event. And he talked about all this great stuff, what you can do with AI and making clones. I went to Anik Segal's 3 or 5 day workshop. He talked about making clones, right? Everybody's making clones. And then Russell Brunson taught a 3-day how to use propaganda to sell people online. Everyone's talking about AI clones and mind control. I'm here to tell you, don't believe the lie. All these big gurus are hyping up the stuff because they're making sales, right? They're selling thousands and thousands and thousands of $50 subscriptions. They're making millions, and they're spreading a little white lie in there. And that little white lie is that AI is going to give you more time back. It's going to give you more freedom to do the things that you want to do and spend time with family. Well, it's the same old lie that they told us way back when computers first came out. And they said, oh, we're only going to work 20 hours a week. How many hours a week do you work? I work more than 20 hours a week. And I've got all this wonderful AI technology that's helping me every single day. So don't believe the lie. Yes, AI is great. I love AI. I love technology. And I produce way more content. And I get way more done than I could ever do without AI. I love AI. So don't get the wrong idea. If you've never seen the movie Blade Runner, I would highly recommend watching it. This is the original Blade Runner. Came out in 1982, but it was talking about right now. It's talking about 2019. Then there's Blade Runner 2049, which came out in 2017. So we're a couple years away from 2049. It's all about AI and robots and replicants. Like, you can't tell if they're human. Very good movie. I highly recommend watching it. Now the latest is this Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt fight on the roof. Okay, so I'm going to play this.
No actors, no cameras, and no script. All it took was a simple AI prompt to create this rooftop fight. Scenes starring Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
The controversial clip is tripping the alarm in Hollywood tonight. KTLA's Angelique Hockaday reports.
The video prompted major Hollywood players to speak up, including the writer and director of the Deadpool movies, who shared the video on X saying, "It's likely over for us." At first glance, this video feels a lot like a movie you've seen before, a fight scene between two of the biggest names in Hollywood.
Somebody used AI to create this very realistic fight scene where Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt fight. Hollywood's losing it. They're like, this isn't right. You're going to put actors and Hollywood people out of work. Well, join the club. I've been going through this since the film days of photography, when digital cameras came on board. And Hollywood did the same thing. They had to transition. So we all have to make a transition. So like I said, I'm a photographer. I've been a photographer over 2 decades. And I got my master's in documentary film editing. And I have a passion for helping business owners. I want to help business owners specifically make more sales with authentic video, not AI video, authentic video. So here's some stats. I'm not going to read them to you, but it's pretty obvious that video is king and you need to be using video in your business. So the question is what kind of content do I create? And we have a couple choices. We can create entertaining videos like the girls dancing. We can create educational videos. We can create podcasts. We can create selfie videos. And we can now create AI fakes. So I particularly like watching the cats cooking Chinese food. They're pretty funny. But are they good for your business? No. They're good for a late night scroll while you're laying in bed. but they're not good for business. So if you listen to Gary Vaynerchuk, he's a big internet marketing guru. He says that you need to be producing 8 to 15 pieces of content daily and posting it, not just producing it. He says you can't put out too much content. Let's listen to him.
I believe that everybody in here on a bad day needs 10 pieces of content a day.
10 pieces of content a day. Are you doing that? I think not. Anik Segal, I just mentioned him. He talks about the only way he can produce enough content is to use an AI clone. And this is what he's selling. He's pitching this. So most of the content you see of him is AI content. And it's pretty good. Like, as far as AI clones goes, he's got a very good one. So let's watch a little bit of that.
Upload a video, and AI will detect all faces, add your replacement images, and create realistic face swap results. Text to video, reference to video, AI talking photo. This website does all of it for free. It has more and more image generation options and also 30 plus free options. But wait, after seeing these premium tools for free.
Okay, so if you listen closely, you can kind of hear that it's AI and it's not saying things as a human would. So again, more scroll material. It's not good content. So now you're like, is it real? Is it AI? I can't quite tell. I got to analyze it, right? It looks impressive, but it feels kind of fake. Documentary content, which is what we're talking about today, it feels human, it's authentic, and it builds trust. Which one do you think is better for your business? The fake stuff or the authentic stuff? So put your answer in the chat. Which one do you think? Are you going to be real or are you going to be fake? So the problem with all this content is it's good for one-time use. It's not good for your business. It induces mindless scrolling because that's all people are going to do is they're going to scroll right by it. And it feeds the big tech ad machine. This is not good content for you. It's good content for big tech because they want to sell ads. They want to keep people locked into their phone all day scrolling. It's only for them that you're creating this AI content in mass production. It's not for you because they want you to buy ads. If you're posting 8 to 15 pieces of content a day, people aren't seeing it because there's just so much content out there that they can't show everything to everyone. So you need to buy ads. That's what they want you to do. And then you buy ads to get things in front of people. It basically keeps people addicted to scrolling. So if you haven't seen the movie The Social Dilemma, check it out. The designers, the thumb, and other parts of social media were in this documentary, and they designed it like a Vegas slot machine to keep you addicted. Watch that movie. You'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. What is your story? What story is your business telling people? So let me take you back in time to 1910 when Theodore Roosevelt reviewed the French troops. They made a little movie. This was the first instance of documentary video. Sometimes it's called actuality instead of documentary. So if I use the word actuality or documentary, it's one and the same. Places and things. So basically we're going back in time and creating the same short videos that were produced back then. But the reason they did it back then is because it cost a lot of money because film was expensive and they couldn't shoot for a long time. So like this Theodore Roosevelt film, it was like only 30 seconds or a minute or whatever. And now we're back to that same thing. We're creating shorts to keep people induced on the scrolling. So why business documentary? Why do you want to do that? Well, documentary style storytelling holds a unique appeal for businesses because it connects deeply with viewers, unlike any other type of advertisement. But if you're telling a story, then people are going to get engaged with it. So the solution here is documentary style videos. Now, when I say documentary, people think, oh, I don't want to do a 2-hour video. No, it doesn't need to be 2 hours. We can create 30-second documentary style videos. And that's why I don't say documentary films. A documentary film is an hour, 2 hours long. A documentary style video could be a minute, could be 2 minutes, could be 5 minutes, could be 30 seconds, could be 60 seconds. Just depends on what you want to do. Where do you want to publish it? Documentary style videos tell compelling stories. They're authentic. They're engaging. They attract your ideal customer. They build trust They use transparency. They create loyal followers. And you, as the business owner, create a library of go-to footage that you can use over and over and over and over and over. So which one do you think's better? One-time use or a library? If you listen to any real marketing guru, they're going to tell you that you need to establish emotional connections with your audience, and you need to humanize your brand, and you need to educate, and you need to be transparent and authentic and build trust and show your competitive differences, like all these things. And documentary style videos hit every single point. I have a short 1 minute and 25-second video here that's documentary style, and it talks about Anthony, the photographer. And Anthony loves to photograph cities at dawn, but he's got to get there before the tourists. So I'm going to play this.
It's one of the most stunning views of any city you'll ever see, and that's what makes Paris so special. Most of the photographs taken by the general populace is full of tourists. One of the benefits of going out at dawn is there's nobody out, and you can take these stunning pictures in great light without loads of people in it. In places like this, are just set up so beautifully. You have such a small window, not just the light. You want the best shots. You got to do before the bus loads of tourists get here. The color coming in is just crazy, man. It's gonna get really good. We gotta go quick. We're at the Trocadero, getting the classic Paris view. This whole area was planned for people to take pictures right from this spot. There's even an X on the ground there, in tape. Shoot from here. You can't come to Paris and not take this shot. We need to get a bit higher. Okay, we gotta move. Oh, baby. This is really excellent. Picture perfect. We got all our shots this morning, and just in time. Get here before the tourists and the pocket cameras. That's what it's all about.
So that was a documentary style video. Pretty simple. It told a story. It was not shot like that. I made that story. That story didn't exist until I got on the timeline with the footage and created it. AI is never going to create that story. Just can't do it. So then people ask me, well, can I do shorts with documentary style? Yeah, absolutely. So like me, he loves his coffee too. I'm a photographer like Anthony. One of the reasons I was attracted to this master's program is because the teacher was using Anthony as a subject. And I was like, oh, I connect with Anthony. Like, he's a photographer. I'm a photographer. Coffee. He loves coffee, right? Like, that sold me on the master's program. I could have picked from any number of master's programs. I was identifying with Anthony because I saw him in the footage. So people are going to do the same thing with your videos. They're going to identify with it. So let me play this one. This is a 30-second short of Anthony making coffee before he runs out the door.
I don't find it that hard getting out of bed. If I have 5 hours sleep and my alarm goes off, I'm up. And then the alarm goes off, I'm like, boom! I'm up because I know I'm going to have a cup of coffee, which I love having my coffee in the morning. I mean, who doesn't? For a coffee drinker, it's like that coffee is like, oh, the smell of coffee, you know, it's so sensual. And, you know, you get it in you and it's just so practical. And then I'm off.
Pretty simple. So like I totally identified with a 30-second clip. I don't identify with, so this tells a story. So we're going to stop here and we're going to jump over to my editor. So here we are in DaVinci Resolve. This is a professional level, Hollywood grade level editing platform. So this is the footage here of Anthony at the Eiffel Tower. So the total length of this is 43 minutes. So let me play some of it for you. So it's just a picture of Anthony walking, right? Here's some wobbly footage, focusing on his face. That's it. Nothing fancy. The photographer zoomed out. Now he's getting a wide shot. Now he's getting a rear shot. Now he's moving around again. He's a really bad camera guy. Okay, here's a low angle. There's a wide shot. He's got his feet in the shot. Like, this is not like, you know, amazing footage. Okay, let me show you some more. Oh, there we go. Feet again. Because he's just recording. He's not stopping the camera. He's just recording. But what he's doing is he's moving around. He's getting different angles.
So it's a new morning. We're at the Trocadero.
Here's Anthony talking. I actually used this part.
Yeah, from the Eiffel Tower.
Okay. Here's another shot, zooming in, trying to get a close-up of the back of the camera. Bad composition. There's a lot of problems with this footage too. It was very difficult to try and find good stuff in there. So you get the idea. Like, this is not amazing footage. There was no story here. There was no script. Okay, it's just random footage. But a good editor like me can create a compelling story out of it. So let's look at coffee time. Coffee time's the same thing. It's 14 minutes of footage of Anthony getting out of bed, putting on his boots, going to make coffee, yawning, stretching, making noises, getting his cup, all the normal stuff you do when you make coffee. Here he is drinking his coffee, waking up, and then he's going to throw on his coat, put on his backpack, and he's going to head out the door. Pretty regular footage, huh? Let's jump back in to the presentation. Well, actually, before I do that, let me show you something. So over here, I've got all the different footage. I've got 2 years worth of footage of Anthony. I've got Anthony looking at negatives. He shoots with a Mamiya square camera, which uses 120 professional film. And that's what you see on the light table right there. You see square negatives from his Mamiya. So let's watch some of this.
Yes, at 5 in the morning. He's a pretty confident, nice person. Don't get a lot of smiles, but get a lot of character.
Okay, so that's Anthony looking at negatives. I've got Anthony over here sitting in his office. Looks like they're having a little beer. They're making some food.
He said it was really spicy.
Nothing amazing here, right? This is not like, amazing footage.
Oh, it's bloody fucking raining out. Jesus Christ.
This is Anthony walking outside. Nothing real amazing here. This is a library of footage. 2 years worth of footage. Here's a shot from Venice right here. They went to Venice and they got the boats and all the great sights in Venice. All kinds of stuff. There's Venice again. Anthony taking pictures at early morning. So this is what you need to do. You need to create a library of footage. So let's go back to here. So these are some questions I came up with. Drop a yes in the chat if any of these apply to you. Have you ever tried to do video and it didn't work out and you gave up? Do you feel uncomfortable on camera? A ton of people like that. Do you struggle with what kind of videos do I create? And would you like to have raving fans and more inbound leads that want to desperately work with you? Well, if any of these apply, then documentary style videos are for you because it addresses all of these issues. So the challenges that most business owners face is they don't have a Hollywood budget. They have no time. They have no tech skills. They have no clear content strategy. And they're exhausted by chasing trends on social media. So I'm going to compare and contrast documentary to Hollywood and show you the difference. So let's play a little bit of this.
Who the hell is that?
Maverick to range control. Entering point Alpha. Confirm green range.
Maverick, range control. Green range is confirmed. I don't see an event scheduled for you, sir.
Well, I'm going anyway. Setting time to target, 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
2:15, that's impossible.
File attack point.
I don't know about you, but the hairs on my arm is standing up watching that. Every single time I watch that scene, makes the hairs on my arm stand up. I get chills. That scene was designed. It was crafted. It was written. It was scripted. They scripted out every single every single that's impossible. And then once they scripted it, they went and shot the scenes. And then the editor took all the scenes and the script and he said, oh, Tom says this. Oh, this actor says this, right? And he put the puzzle together. That's how it works in Hollywood. Sometimes actors don't even see each other throughout the whole movie because they're coming in and they're doing their part. And then the other actor comes in whenever they can and do their part. And then the editor puts it all together and makes it look like they're all in the same room. But they weren't. Documentary, on the other hand, takes a random bunch of 200 videos, like I just showed you, and they put it on the timeline and they craft a story. So there's no script written ahead of time with documentary. It's the talent of the editor that writes the story on the timeline. That's how documentaries are done. They're the hardest type of editing to do because what you have to do is you have to ingest many, many, many hours of footage. Like your typical documentary on like Netflix would be probably 80 to several hundred hours of footage, depending on the type of documentary it is. And typically, one of those editors has about 6 to 8 weeks to cut it up and create a 20-minute documentary. And that's exactly what I had to do for my final and my master's program is I had to take a bunch of footage and 6 to 8 weeks to cut it up and make a documentary out of it. 20-minute documentary. That's how it works. The magic of documentary style video. Remember I told you about the superpower? Okay, well, here it is. This is the superpower right here. You don't have to clone yourself. You can be authentic. You don't look for video trends or hacks. You're already doing the business, whatever it is that you do. You're doing yoga, you're doing pet walking, you're doing auto mechanic, like whatever you do, you're already doing it. You don't perform like an actor and you just document what you currently do. It's that simple. And here is the 3-step documentary video framework. Start documenting your daily life and work. Build a raw library of footage and then give it to a good editor like me to create stories for you. That's the 3-step framework. That's your superpower right there. So who is this service for? Well, it's for anyone. I just showed you a photographer. It could be entertainers or speakers or coaches or tech entrepreneurs or law firms, like anyone. Home services, manufacturers, nonprofits, restaurants. It really doesn't matter who you are and what you do. You have a story to tell. You have something to show your people that you want to sell to. I've designed this program kind of like going to the gym, and I'm going to be your fitness coach. So I'm going to keep you accountable, and we'll talk more about that later. So let me tell you my gym story. So I've joined many gyms over the years like you have. And, you go pay the $10 or the $15 or the $20, depending on what access you want to certain features of the gym. And you kind of maybe go for a little while, and then you go a little less. And then by February, March, April, you're not going to the gym at all because your New Year's resolution kind of faded away. And you're like, I'm going to cancel that membership because I'm not going anymore. And I'm paying $20 a month. How many people have done that? Put a yes in the chat if you've done that before. I know I've done it. Now, the other way to join a gym is by getting a coach, a fitness coach. So when you go to the gym and you get the fitness coach with it, not just the membership, you get the fitness coach and the gym membership together. It costs a lot more money because you're paying for the fitness coach. But something else happens is the coach says, okay, when do you want to come and work out? And you say, well, I'd like to come in on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, great. What time are you going to be here? I can be there at 3 o'clock. Okay, great. So guess what? At 3 o'clock, my coach is standing at the front desk looking at his watch. He's like, Wayne should be here by now. So when you go to the gym and you get the coach with the gym membership, then you tend to show up because the coach is standing at the front desk looking at the watch, waiting for you. And I can't tell you how many times when I walked up to the gym, the coach is standing right there at the front desk waiting for me. And I was never going to miss. I missed a couple of times because like something came up, business, whatever. But if I was able to be there, I was there because I knew he'd be standing there waiting for me. And I always called him ahead of time and told him I couldn't make it. I didn't want him standing there and, when he could have another client. So that's the analogy here. I'm going to be your fitness coach. I'm actually going to be your video coach, and I'm going to help you create documentary style videos. And I'm going to be waiting at the gym for you to come in. So I'm announcing the 6-week video boot camp. And I just got the domain last night. because that name popped into my head. 6weekvideobootcamp.com. That'll take you right to my community that I built. And in the community, I'm doing regular Saturday sessions. So we're going to be doing these sessions. So every Saturday at 9 a.m., I'm going to do a boot camp session. So anyone that signs up today, I'll see you at 9 a.m. on Saturdays. That's when I'll be standing at the door looking at my watch saying, where are you? So we're going to do live coaching calls Saturday at 9 a.m. Saturday at 10 a.m., I'm doing these calls. So I'm going to keep on doing these calls every Saturday. Here's my goals. Here's what I want to accomplish with you. You're going to build skills you can use for life. You're going to build authority in your industry. You're going to attract ideal clients. You're going to build a video content library. You're going to stop chasing video trends. No need to purchase fancy camera gear. No costly AI subscriptions. No need to write scripts. You're going to finish at least one main video and 3 shorts during your 6 weeks. You're going to have direct access to me as your coach. You're going to get feedback from me on your video content that you create so I can help you create better content. I'm going to help you make it better. I'm going to give you AI prompts to help you create effective social media posts. You're going to be part of my community of like-minded people. And there's going to be weekly accountability. So it's like a perfect storm coming together. You've got my years of experience. You got my editing skills. And we got your business. That is the perfect storm. So the investment for this boot camp is $997. But you're not going to pay that. That's the value of this program. But you're not going to pay that. I've discounted it to $97 a month. But you're not even going to pay that. Because today is the inaugural launch of this program. And I've discounted it for my founding members. So as a founding member, you're going to get it for $47 a month. And that's a lifetime value price lock. So as long as you pay the $47 a month, you're always going to keep the discounted pricing. If you quit paying and you come back, you go to $97. That's the rub. You're going to get a lifetime price lock at $47. And there's other discounts, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And you're going to lock in those prices for lifetime. So this offer that I just showed you, the $47 a month, is limited to the first 50 people. So I can only work with 50 people at this level. I've done the math. It only works for 50. So onboarding starts immediately after this session. So if you sign up between now and next week at 11 a.m. on Saturday, Pacific time, then I'll honor this pricing. I'm extending this offer to whoever's seeing this. If you're watching this video, so you have until next Saturday at 11 a.m. to take advantage of this offer. In addition to the $47 a month, you need to choose your editing package. And we have 3 different levels. We have the story starter, the story builder, and the story master. Depending on how eager you are, you may want to choose one or the other. So the story starter is a good place to start. That's why it's called the starter. You're going to make 1 main video and 3 shorts. If you think you can shoot more content, then maybe you want to go to story builder because you're going to get 3 main videos and 9 shorts. And then the story master is 5 main videos and 15 shorts. So you remember what Gary Vaynerchuk said? He said you need to post between 8 and 15 videos a day. Well, that means you need the story master and maybe a story builder on top of that. But I know you're new. You're just starting. So you can start with the story starter. Just focus on creating 1 video first. So you don't have to go crazy. You can choose story starter. Just start with the basic one and then we can move you up. So the way these packages work is they're monthly. I want your commitment for monthly because I know it's going to happen. You're going to say, oh, wait, I don't have time to do video. You're going to whine and cry. So let's jump into the pricing. This is the normal pricing. Story starter is $497 a month plus $97 a month membership. Story builder is $997 a month with a $97 a month membership. And story master is $1997 a month and a $97 a month membership. But as a founding member, you're going to get a discount on that. So it's $297 a month for the starter and $47 a month. And if you scan that code, that'll take you directly to the page with the packages laid out. And then you can click on the Stripe link and you can go purchase. For the first 50 people that take advantage of this special founding member offer, you're going to get this pricing. Anyone that comes in after that, you're going to get this pricing. So take advantage of the founding member offer right now, scan that code, and go purchase your package. Let's say something comes up and you're like, Wayne, I can't do the $297 a month every month. I can only do it every other month or every 3 months or whatever. That's fine. The links will be monthly, but I can turn it on and off. If you say, Wayne, like I already did a month, but I don't have time to do any shooting, can I pause it? Yeah, we can pause the $297. The $47 a month, you got to keep it because that locks you in for the pricing. Only the membership price is your lock-in price. If you want to keep your prices locked in at the founding member level, then you need to keep the monthly membership of $47 going every month. But the $297, you can stop and start it. And the same for the $797 and the same for the $1797. Those can be started and stopped. But the monthly membership, those you need to keep on a regular basis. So what do you get for that $47? Well, you're going to get all this stuff. You're going to get the community. You're going to get weekly coaching calls. You're going to get Zoom interviews. I'm going to interview you over Zoom for your videos. I'm going to give you training, feedback, encouragement, accountability, how-to guides, templates, checklists, examples, live bootcamp sessions, lessons on how to record, access to the private bootcamp channel, video editing lessons, video marketing lessons, and AI content creation lessons. So I'll give you a little sneak peek behind the curtain here. Let's say you said, Wayne, I don't know about this whole documentary thing. I think I want to create AI content. Well, I got something for you too. Because over here is my AI Content Creators Club. So I realize that some people are going to be like, yeah, that documentary stuff sounds good, Wayne, but I like that fake AI stuff. Okay, I'll show you how to create fake AI stuff. Okay, like this picture right here. This picture is of me in the Matrix, like Neo. I'm riding a motorcycle. I've been doing all kinds of crazy stuff with AI, with my AI clone. Now, do I think that's the best kind of content to sell your business? No. It's flashy, it's fun, but it's not the best type of content. So I am creating the AI Content Creators Club, and this is it. So if you go to aicontentcreatorsclub.com, you can join it. Now, this one's a little different. It's going to have a monthly membership right off the bat. The other one's free. You can join the community for free. But this one, there's a monthly membership. And right now, it's only $1 because I don't have anything in there yet. But once I start adding content, lessons, and stuff like that, then the price is going up. And eventually, it'll be $97 a month. So if you want to get in on the pre-founders level, then you can go join this one for $1 a month. So for $48 a month, so you can scan that code again and go there and sign up for whichever package you want. Keep in mind that the $47 a month is a regular thing. You got to keep that. After your first month, you can pause or switch the other part. So let's say you start with Story Starter at $297 and you create your one video and you're like, Wayne, I kind of like this. Like, I think I can do this. Because that's what I hope happens is you'll be that way and you'll be like, oh, I can do this. Then you may want to upgrade yourself to the Story Builder package and create 3 main videos and 9 shorts a month. Or you may be like, I love this, Wayne. I really want to go all in. Then you can go to the Story Master package and that's $17.97 a month. So you can switch those packages, or maybe you want to buy 2 Story Starter packages and get 2 videos and 6 shorts. So you can mix up the story packages, mix and match them. But the $47 a month, that's just a regular thing. So if you sign up between now and next Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and you're one of the first 50, then you will get the founder pricing because that page will disappear after that time. Okay, so here's a little quote I wanted to leave you with by Walt Disney. Imagination has no age. Dreams are forever. Imagine yourself producing lots of great content that you can just send it over to me in my Google Drive and just be done with it. Be like, hey, I made this video. I made that video. I just sent it to Wayne. I'm done. I'm free. Because that's what it's going to be like. You're just going to be a video creating master and you're just going to be like, bloop. You're going to drop it in my Google Drive. Bloop. You're going to drop it in my Google Drive. And I'm going to start cataloging all your videos and indexing them and getting them ready to prepare stories. And this is a process that happens over time. It's kind of like going to the gym. If you go to the gym every day and you work out, you're going to get those muscles. And that's what's going to happen with you here. Is you're going to just be like, oh, I can record this. Oh, I can record that. And you're just going to set up your tripod or whatever. And you're going to record, or you're going to hand the phone to someone and they're going to record. And then I'm going to give you feedback. I'm going to say, next time, make sure they do this or whatever. So that is what I want you to imagine. Imagine that this is easy. This is no problem. This is just a regular thing I do now. I just record, I record, I record. But guess what? You don't have to worry about editing because you're just going to pop it in my Google Drive and I'm going to take care of it. No stress, no mess. No fuss, no muss. It's easy. It's easy. It's super easy. Just imagine that. It's super easy. And then when I edit the videos, I'm going to send you a spreadsheet link right from my Google. And it's going to have all your edited videos listed. And it's going to have links to all your edited videos. And it's going to have titles. And it's going to have social media posts for Facebook, for LinkedIn, for Instagram, for Twitter, for TikTok. I'm going to create all that content for that one video. So now you can just send that link to that spreadsheet right to your VA or right to your assistant, whoever's doing your social media posting, and be like, hey, here's some content from Wayne the Wizard Wallace. Go ahead and post it. So your life is super easy now. Imagine that. All you're doing is you're taking out your phone and you're recording stuff that you already do. Oh, that's hard, right? No, it's easy. I'm making your life super easy to create content. Is it making sense now? This is why you have a superpower, because now you're a content creating machine and you didn't even know it. You just carry around your phone and maybe a tripod. Tripods are handy. All right. And I'll show you that in the boot camp. I'll show you how I use my tripods. So this is a no-brainer, right? No-brainer situation. If you want to take your marketing to the next level, then this is a no-brainer. Go scan that code. Let me go back. There's the code right there. I'll give you 30 seconds to scan that code. Okay. Let me see if I got anything else here. Oh, I do have some frequently asked questions. So can I have my photographer, my assistant, or my partner attend the calls? Yes, absolutely. If they're the one filming you, then they can come to the calls too. No problem. What will I learn? Well, everything I just told you about. That's what you're going to learn. I'm going to give you feedback. You're going to learn how to create better videos. And you can use a smartphone camera or a real camera. It's up to you. Why 6 weeks? This is the big question. Why 6 weeks, Wayne? Well, because I want you to help finish something. How many times have you bought a course and not finished it? I've done that. I can't tell you how many courses I have that I didn't finish. But anyone can stick to something new for 6 weeks. You can do that. It's not that hard. 6 weeks goes by like that. And it takes 6 weeks to develop a new habit. So if you come every week and I teach you and you go out and do stuff and you come back and I give you feedback, then you're going to be like, oh, this isn't so bad. And you're going to gain those new skills that you'll have for life. It's really just a matter of, are you going to keep on doing it? And maybe you'll take a break and you won't do it for a month, but then you'll be like, man, I really need to do some video. And then you can come back. But you got to keep your $47 a month going if you want to keep that discount pricing. Okay. And here's a great line that I have at the end here. One video is not marketing. People think they can do one video, and that's marketing. Like I know multiple people that have one video and that's all they post. You need more than one video. Listen, go listen. Do I need to replay Gary Vee? One video is not marketing. One photo is not marketing. If you've been using the same headshot for 20 years, that's not marketing. I have clients that do that. I have a client that I photographed when I first moved to Las Vegas 20 years ago. He's still using the same headshot. Come on, man. That's not marketing. Okay, Zoom sessions. We're going to do private one-to-one Zoom sessions, me and you. We're going to talk about your project, your business, yada, yada. We're going to do group sessions where you're going to learn how to record yourself, how to tell stories, learn about documentary editing. If you want to move into doing your own editing, that's fine. You're going to learn just by coming. You're going to get encouragement and tips, and you're going to receive assignments and feedback. Membership plus editing includes all this stuff I already told you about. You're going to get access to my Google Drive. You're going to get a spreadsheet of index videos with AI created social media posts. I'm going to teach you how to prompt AI to get better content. I'm going to catalog and organize all your footage. The longer we work together, the better your catalog of footage is going to become because it's going to get more indexed and more knowledge based. Oh, and let me show you something. You're going to love this. And as long as you keep your $47 a month active membership, then all this stuff stays in place and your edit time rolls over to the next month and the next month. So let's just say you got the $297 a month membership and you didn't shoot enough footage and the month ran out. But maybe you're like, okay, Wayne, I want to keep on paying my $297, but I didn't shoot enough content. Do I lose my edit time for that first month? No, it rolls over. So as long as you keep your $47 a month membership in place, then your package, your $297, your $497, whatever package you're on, all that edit time is going to keep on stacking. So now 3 months, 6 months down the road, you're like, Wayne, I got credit for 10 videos. Yeah, you're going to stack that edit time. So it's kind of like the old prepaid phones. Remember those if you're old enough? If you had prepaid minutes, then some plans would roll it over to the next month. Because you already paid for the minutes. You paid for 100 minutes or whatever, but you didn't use it all. So they rolled over. So I'm like the old phone plans. I'm going to roll over the minutes. That's only if you keep your monthly membership. If you lose your monthly membership, then you lose your rollover minutes. So you're never going to run out of editing time. That's the point. You're going to be stacking it up. I guarantee it. So I'm going to be indebted to you for editing. And then you can buy different packages as you need them. So like I said, start with the $297, move up to a higher one, move back to a lower one. Maybe you need to move up to the Big Daddy and then move back down. You can change those at will. They're month to month. They're like, oh, this month I want to do that one. That month I want to do that one. And then maybe I'll come up with some different ones, depending on what people's needs are. The main thing is the $47 a month. You got to keep the $47 a month. Have I said that enough? So if you do it between now and next week, then I will honor that pricing for you. So go get it done. If you're watching on the replay, then go get it done. And let's get in the gym and work out. Let's create some videos. I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see your business explode and expand. You're going to rise above the sea of sameness of the AI madness. And you're going to be like, wow, people are like watching my videos and they're commenting and they're like becoming fans. Okay. It's kind of like reality TV, right? If you ever watch reality TV, like when Survivor first came out, like I watched it, or Big Brother, right? Actually, my little side note, my professor, he's from London. Paddy Bird is his name, Paddy, Paddy. And he's a Brit. And he worked on Big Brother. He worked on a lot of documentaries, a lot of reality TV shows. And then he developed his own master's program for teaching documentary film editing. He's worked on documentary films. He's worked with BBC. He's worked with all kinds of people. So I really got like the best of the best in education from him. And now I'm bringing it to you. I want to help you create great videos. I can't do it without your content. That's the only problem with this business is I can do great stuff, but I can't do it without your content. I need your content. So I've designed this system as a way to get your content. I look forward to you joining the boot camp, and I will see you next week. Oh, before I go, let me show you this. This is really cool. I do coding with AI, right? Because I used to be a programmer. So this is my AI, and up here, I've been writing code with AI. And this code helps me edit documentary style videos. So let me show you this. So this timeline that you see right now on my screen was created with AI. It's not the best edit in the world. I'm still working on some of the coding. All this footage over here, all these 198 clips were automatically imported, renamed, structured into folders, categorized, transcriptions made, and then the transcriptions sent to the cloud, to Claude AI, and then come back and build me a timeline. That's pretty powerful. So you may be thinking like, Wayne, you got all these people you need to edit for. Yeah, well, guess what? I got AI too. And AI is going to help me edit your videos. If you ever heard of Opus Clip, it's mainly for doing shorts. You take a long podcast or a long, webinar or whatever, and you give it to Opus and it chops it up into little 30-second, 60-second clips. It does pretty good. It's okay for a quick video, but it's not real editing. It's not real documentary style editing. That's what I'm designing. I'm designing an AI system that will at least get me a first draft of a potential edit from a mountain of footage. So if I've got 200 clips, they're all indexed, they're all marked, they're all labeled, there's significant points in each video that I want to use at some point because I've marked them, I've cataloged them, I've indexed them. The footage is documented very well. And that's basically what a documentary video editor does, is they document the footage. They organize it, they catalog it, they highlight it, they label it. And once you do all that, guess what? You can give all that information to AI, and AI can look at all that data and say, Wayne, you got to edit here, you got to edit here, you got to edit here, you got to edit here. You got a 30-second here, you got a 60-second here, you got a 2-minute here, you got a 5-minute here. And it can cut all these rough drafts for me and create timelines automatically. And then I need to go in and finesse it and make sure it's correct, because AI may not get it right, just like Opus. Opus doesn't always get it right. I need to go in there and take out words and, shorten or lengthen or take this clip and move it over here, because Opus doesn't always get things right either. It can automate things to a certain point, but you always need a human to go in there and listen and visually watch, what's the mood of that person, like what's their expression, what kind of music needs to be added or sound effects or whatever. That's why documentary is the hardest thing to edit, because it's the most complex. So I am writing, with the help of AI, an AI assisted documentary editing program. And I already have the first draft of it done. It's amazing. The next step is to add all the tagging, all the cataloging, and then see what it can do. Because basically, let me show you. So it decided that this was a good timeline for a 60-second clip. Well, the problem is like this whole chunk right here is my professor talking to Diana and explaining to her what he's looking for in the way of an answer. That's useless. I don't need that. So technically, all that could be, and maybe I extend this other clip. That's a good clip right there. So basically over here, he's at this interview at the radio station.
Advice surgeries, if you have a SLR camera or, a camera you don't know what the button does, we'll have guys there to teach you. Buttonologist. A camera you don't know what the button does. If you have a SLR camera.
So I like it from here. So that whole first part, I don't really need.
If you have a SLR camera or.
I don't need that at.
If you have a SLR camera or, you know, a camera, you don't know what the button does. We'll have guys there to teach you. Buttonologists, button experts. I don't know if you want to call them that. No, these guys are really good, and you know they're.
But AI gave me that clip, and AI gave me that B-roll. Yeah, they kind of go together. I may want to look around and find a different spot in the footage, like here.
We'll have guys there to teach you. Buttonologists, button experts. I don't know if you want to call them that. No, these guys are really good, and you know they know all about cameras.
So, I can play with it. I can shift that footage around, slip it one way or another and see maybe there's a better option. I don't really like her hand going up like that. So maybe there.
We'll have guys there to teach you. Buttonologists, button experts. I don't know if you want to call them.
Yeah, so I don't like her hand going up. So I could chop it right before she puts her hand up.
We'll have guys there to teach you. Buttonologists, button experts. I don't know if you want to call them that. No, these.
See? So I kind of like that. So AI gave me these two clips.
We'll have guys there to teach you. Buttonologists, button experts. I don't know if you want to.
So I can finesse it. I can just kind of
have guys there to teach you.
So when he says to teach you, she can put her hands out.
Have guys there to teach you.
Let's make it a little bit longer.
Button does. We'll have guys there to teach you. Buttonologists, button experts. I don't know if you want to call them that. No, these guys are really good, and you know they know.
The only problem I have here is saying these guys, and this is a lady. That's something that AI gave me. If I go through your footage and I catalog it and I mark it up and I have all the different ways to identify the footage, then AI can go through and create bunches of stories. I plan on automating the editing as much as possible. So boot camp starts next Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Be there or be square.